Hello. Topic today is safety with slingshots, slingshot safety. But the actual focus is going to be on safety lanyards. Everybody knows, always wear safety glasses. Eye protection is very important. But the other thing that most people overlook is the safety of having a lanyard on your slingshot. It's really important. I've actually taken slingshots to the face when my hands were slippery. Pull back on heavy bands, especially with heavy bands. You pull back on the slingshot, it slips out of your grip, and this comes flying back. Bang! It doesn't feel very good. Even with safety glasses, it can really ruin your day. I feel that every slingshot should have a lanyard. That's just my personal opinion, but like I said, safety should be first. Anyways, most slingshots have a lanyard hole, and you feed your paracord, or it can even be a shoelace or rope or whatever, through the lanyard hole, and you tie it off, and that provides you with a lanyard around your wrist so that the slingshot cannot come back and hit you. In the case that you lessen your grip or your hands get really sweaty. But not all slingshots have a lanyard hole. And I know personally, when I make my naturals like this, I don't like the looks of a lanyard hole in a natural because it doesn't look natural. And so shooting it without a lanyard is pretty dangerous. So I'm going to show you guys how to put a lanyard on those. And actually some designs that aren't naturals, like board cuts and customs, come without a lanyard hole as well. Like this is a mule by Toddy. It's a Toddy design, and it does not come with a lanyard hole. So what do you do in that situation? Well, I have a couple little methods for putting a lanyard on a frame without a hole. Here's one way. This is basically a gypsy tab, but normally the tabs are up here to attach tube bands. Actually, I'll show you this one. This will give you a better idea. These are gypsy tabs, and they attach your tubes to the tops of a fork. These naturals aren't designed to use tubes, so you have to have a way to put them on. So you take a strip of leather and you wrap it. I think this is done with I don't know if it's Kevlar or it might just be fishing line, something. Anyways, I didn't make this, so I'm not sure, but they wrap it around to hold the tabs in place, and then they coat it with something. I'm not sure what that is, but anyways, it holds it in place. And you can do it to the bottom, same way. Instead of just a half a tab like this, you put a full tab on the bottom. Wraps it around both ends, and then you feed your lanyard through the space that you created. Here's one that I did do. This is buffalo hide, and I did the same thing, but I used Simple Shot black latex, and I just did a wrap and tuck. Now I wouldn't advise doing it that way because, well, latex breaks down, but I replace it every once in a while. So before it ends up failing, I'll replace it. Anyways, that provides a good secure lanyard. That's one way. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, here's another way. Take a piece of paracord. I think I cut this one to 22 inches, 21 or 22 inches, and that gives me 9 inches of active length after the knot, or before the knot, right there. This is the right size for my hand, but if you have big hands, you may need to cut it bigger. If you have smaller hands, you may need to cut it smaller. So I'll take one of my slingshots here that doesn't have a lanyard hole. You put forks up and the back of the slingshot facing up. So forks to the end of the knot, sorry, not forks up, but forks to the end of the knot on the lanyard, and this is the back of the slingshot. You'd be holding it like this. Lay it down on the lanyard. Bring this end up onto the handle. Grab the end that's between the forks. Pull it over top. Then feed it underneath. Right there. Pull it tight. Now you can use this two ways. You can use it this way, or put your hand through this way. But I don't find this very secure. I like to feed my hand up through like this. Now it's around my wrist. And that's where a lanyard should be, is around the wrist. Now if your hands are sweaty or your bands are too heavy and you lose your grip, the slingshot is going to just fly back and catch like this. If you let go, see? Tried to do sound effects. That was like my 3-year-old daughter right now. So this works on other types of slingshots as well. Here's the mule. This is a little thicker slingshot, so it's a little tighter. I actually have a longer lanyard cut for this one, but I don't know where it is right now. So it goes up on top. Pull. Feed it down through underneath this. Here. One more time. Another slingshot. Lay it on top. It's pretty simple. Oops, right. See? You don't have to cut a hole in your handle. It still looks good. And it's safe. So I hope this helps those out there that's not using a lanyard. I really think you should be using a lanyard. You'll thank me for this if you ever slip with it. If your slingshot ever comes out of your grip. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this is not my idea. I can't take credit for this. Somebody on either the Slingshot forum or the Slingshot community forum told me how to do this, because I was actually looking for a way to put a lanyard on the slingshot, and I didn't want to drill a hole through the handle. A gentleman told me how to do this, and it works great. So I wish I could give the person credit, but I can't remember who it is. So I'm sorry to whoever it was. And I hope this helps people, because it's something I think that's very important. And don't forget to wear glasses. See you later.